thank you for the standing ovation over here. I appreciate that. That's wonderful. But before we start, technically in my law practice, I represent USC but attended UCLA, which I think is the better end of the deal. They pay me to represent them in their legal woes, which is wonderful. But the red ties, and Tom and I have coordinated fashion accessories here, so we're ready to go. Before we start, let me also recognize, Tom Fuentes asked me to also introduce the former chairman of the Republican Party of the state of California, Mike Schroeder, and his wonderful wife, the chief of staff for our district attorney, Susan Schroeder. Well, I'm sorry about the weather. This is what we live with here in wonderful California, but I do want to start by thanking both Tom and Randall Phillips for opening their lovely home to this event tonight. If we could all give them a hearty welcome and thank you. Round of applause. I was pretty excited. As Tom pointed out, we've known each other since before they moved back to California, and I was really excited when I heard that they were going to be returning to the Golden State. And Amy and I started talking about it, and I agreed with her opinion on it. And I gave Tom a call and said, you know, Tom, Amy and I have been sitting on this little fixer-upper up in Newport Coast. Would you guys be interested in renting that for a little while? They said, yeah, sure. And so I really love what they've done with the place here. You know, it's a wonderful place to be. And in all truth, yes, that's right. Wait for the pumpkin. Yeah. Actually, in seriousness on this point, what really excited me, as hopefully you all know, for the folks who haven't met the Phillips, you need to, and the folks who have met them already know this. But let me say it by way of thanks, because you're looking at a family who hasn't just done this on one night. This is a family that has dedicated time, talent, and treasure to the conservative cause for decades upon decades, whether it's in publishing important books to further the national state debates, or opening up their homes for candidates, supporting candidates. This is one of the leading families, not just now in our state, but really in our country, to help Republicans get elected to really try to turn our state and our nation around. So they are really owed a debt of gratitude by everyone, and I truly thank you for all you've done, not just for me this evening, but for the entire cause that we all stand for. So thank you very much. I also want to take a moment to recognize some people who have been backing me way before it was popular or even sensical, which is my mom and dad, who are here, Bill and Carol Carlson, and also my wonderful wife, Amy, who have been helping out literally since day one on this effort. And last but not least, I want to give a special thank you to one of my closest and dearest friends, our Master of Ceremonies this evening, Tom Fuentes, who has really truly been the inspiration of so much of what I have done and seek to do in the political arena, as well as in the community and throughout my legal career. Frankly, if you want to know, if you don't know me that well, I'm looking forward to meeting you more this evening, but if you want a snapshot of what this campaign is about, you just need to know that Tom has been my political mentor for the better part of 15 years. He's, as I say, the guy who met me at the bus stop when Amy and I first moved to Orange County and started showing me the ropes. His leadership was by example. It is a style of leadership that sacrifices self for the good of the community that he loves. And most importantly for our purposes tonight, he gave me many opportunities to speak in a political setting. And before the very first time I ever spoke, I was walking up to the dais, and he leaned over and he told me these important words that ring in my ear even this evening. Remember, Keith, you can't be both brief and bad. So with that advice in mind, let me take that admonition to heart and just give you a brief overview here of what it is we're trying to do